My first job, I was working downtown at the Buell building for a lawyer, and I was on the ninth floor, and 2 days before my last day of employment, because I was not going to work there anymore, I'm in the office with the lawyer, and he's a cranky old man, and I hear this noise, but I just ignored it. And about 20 minutes later, I walked over to the window to go look out the window because I could see the whole Detroit River, and I usually like looking out. So when I looked out, I seen flames coming from the building. So I was yelling because it looked like the whole building was on fire because we were sort of in the corner, and I could see the flames just coming up. So I was yelling for my boss. I said, "Mr. Hoffman," and he's yelling, "What are you yelling at me for?" And I'm yelling for him. I said, "Mr. Hoffman," and he keeps getting a little bit more angrier, and he's yelling at me, "What do you want?" So I run down the hall because we had the whole length of the ninth floor, and I said, "Our building's on fire." I said, "Come look," and he was refusing to look. I said, "Come look, you got to see." So he comes across the hall and he looks out the window, and sure enough, our building was on fire. So he says, "Follow me." He says, "Don't take the elevator," and he takes off. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, our building's on fire." I didn't think anything of it. And so when we got to the hall, everybody was screaming and yelling, and so we got in the elevator, or not in the elevator, and we got in the stairwell, and I'm thinking, wow, this is, I'm thinking nothing of it. I go to take a breath, and I was like, there's no oxygen. It was the weirdest feeling ever. So I'm like trying to breathe, and you really couldn't get any air. So as I was going down, policemen were coming up with their guns drawn, and I still didn't think anything of it. In the meantime, my mom's watching it on TV. We didn't have cell phones, so she couldn't call me. And my sisters, she knew what was going on, and they knew I worked for the lawyer, because now it's on the news that somebody came in and shot up and threw multi-cocktail bombs on the floor of the 8th floor where there was a lawyer. So they didn't really know what was going on. So when I got down, one of the reporters grabbed me and interviewed me. And then I ran over to my sister's, Donna, her hospital where she worked. And I found her, so then she called my mom, and that was the end of my, that's the end of my story, my first job, and that's it.